Right about that, we're going to introduce the stream. It is the first race of the IORA Indycar Series at World Wide Technology Raceway. It is Gateway Raceway in Madison, Illinois. And we got a field of, I believe, 9 drivers at the moment ready to take on this racetrack. You see right there on your screen, IndyCar going by. First race of the series, and you have the information about the track on your screen. And it's an interesting configuration similar to that of Darlington Speedway. And it's a partly cloudy night with 2 miles an hour of wind, 56% relative humidity, and 73 Fahrenheit when it comes to the track temperature and oval configuration in the country, US of A. It's a 1.25 mile racetrack with an altitude of 414 feet as we watch the Haas machine, I believe, of James Thurston going by right now.
And that's going to be your Season 3 ticker up above. That's how it's going to be styled. And it's pretty cool, Mike. What about you?
Right about that does look cool as we are watching for the first time these Indy cars hit the track. And it's a really nice thing to see. But that not detrimental to his cause at the very least. As you can see, there are a lot of drivers lined up on pit road. 6 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in practice for these drivers to try out the car and see who can get grip with it the best. Wow, that was a big hit.
What happened there?
I think that was Chase Schaefer in the Aero McLaren machine.
Yeah, Schaefer.
And he took a big hit there. Wow.
Car got loose.
Yeah. Oh no. That is not good, and he does not want to see that happen again in the race.
Or qualifying.
So it's a good thing he makes a mistake early. Right about that, especially not in qualifying. Oh! Big hit right there.
And
I Red Bull machines there.
I look back and I see that.
Right about that, another big hit. I believe that was Cormetis and Schaefer. 1-2 on the board. They're the closest to sub 25 laps. And we got a lot of records going on right now. And now we're looking at James Thurston, I believe, in the Haas F1 machine. Going around the racetrack right now, trying to set a good lap time. First chances at a good finish and a good points payout at the end of tonight's event.
Trying to break the invisible draft.
Right, but that swerving around the back straightaway. You can see up to 5th gear right now. Going to go up into 6th. It looks like just on the red line. Now into 6th gear, coming around to the end of the track once more. And that's another lap for James Thurston right there. He's fastest. Puts him 4th on the charts, just in front of Nicholas Hook and Aladon Contreras. It is, actually. I've never seen anyone actually pronounce it correctly in a live stream. And I'm not even sure if I'm doing it correctly, but I'm hoping that I am. He's doing pretty good so far in this event. Of course, it's only practice, but he's far from the bottom of the charts. Clark Nance at the bottom so far. 8th and last to set a time.
Menace casually dies as we talk over times.
That just loses the car again. That Red Bull machine. Now we're watching Chase Schaefer with just right with that. And now 2nd place on the charts right now. Schaefer he's almost in the sub 25 range, trying to go for that. Let's see if he can make that happen. We will see. Big hit right there. And it's not going to happen this time by. He's going to need another run.
There's 3 cars dead. There's Thurston dead. And I think everyone actually on track is dead. So 4 minutes remain and we're all dying. That's pretty nice.
Right about that. Oh no.
Hey guys, I bet you would have never thought this, but they're all Delaras.
Right about that, these are IR18 machines. An IndyCar is practically spec series when it comes to the chassis and the mechanical features on the cars. So it is one chassis and one car for this event. Although it could be up to 2 engines.
Unless you're Fernando Alonso 2017 in a Honda.
Right about that, he was in a Honda. Some of these guys choose to believe it's a Chevy or a Honda. Engine not specified, but these cars are all equally powered in the iRacing service. And it's going to provide with some really even racing for tonight.
I like how sometimes we see people talking over it.
Right, but that practice, it's not really anything that will affect them at the very least.
Right after I
Oh
say
my
that,
goodness, Chase Schaefer,
dies.
commentator's course of sorts. Now we're back on James Thurston, of course.
You mean curse or course? I don't think it's
Curse, of course. Oh, and Thurston, big hit right there.
Finally, oh my god. I think Schaefer was mad that he wasn't being talked about wrecking on stream, so he wrecks Thurston to actually being talked about, but failed. You know what? Fine, we'll let the man be talked about getting wrecked on stream. Just wreck yourself for now.
Yeah, a little bit of a failed incident there.
Right.
And oh no. Back on track again, Chase Schaefer is. And look at that James Thurston coming up on him right now. Right about that, you can see these two cars, number 96, I believe, of Thurston, the 99 of Schaefer. They're both in the top 5 in practice at the moment. The 95, you're right about that.
Can't believe it. Schaefer somehow made a way to make the number 99 into the number 5. How unbelievable.
He does run the 95 sometimes, not that often though.
Throttle!
Figuring. Throttle? Throttle does run the 95, you're right about that. But I was not even thinking that.
No, wait, Throttle always runs. It's funny apparently.
Yeah, Throttle runs one of Chase Schaefer's schemes a lot. He was running it last night. And Scott Lebeter saying, so sad I cannot make it. Unfortunately, I believe, Scott, your wheel is still broken, and that might be the reason. Oh! Big hit right there.
I look up.
Thurston and Cormetis.
Bro, Cormetis just got killed that Thurston.
That was destruction there, and that's going to be the end of the road for both of those Dallara IR18s. How about that? Right about that second in points in the Pro 4 Series. Looking for redemption today. Let's see what he can do with that machine.
Remember, this is the Pro 4 Series better.
Practically, it's a successor to the series, and we're going to see how he goes because it's the first round of the year for the IORA Indycar Series. And, oh, a big hit for Chase Schaefer again.
I was about to say, if we didn't mention him getting wrecked, I was about to cry because that would be funny. He literally wrecks every time we're talking about something. It's like he doesn't want to get mentioned wrecking, even though he's getting wrecked.
Less than a minute remains in practice, and then we're going to go to qualifying, see who can get the first pole of the season. And whoever does is going to be a big advantage for this race. Seeing a lot of spins. Not sure if it's just drivers having fun or drivers pushing the limits. That we will see. It's a 75-lap event here tonight. We're hoping to see something good from it. About that, all these drivers taking these turns as best as they can. And that's going to be the conclusion of the first practice session of the season. And Chase Schaefer is going to take it over Michael Cormetis only by a tenth or so. Good stuff there from those two drivers. Look, they've been dominating this practice session as long as it has run. And now we're on to the first qualifying session of the season, the 2-lap run for all these drivers. Let's see who gets the pole for tonight's event. All drivers coming out onto the track right now. You can see Michael Cormetis doing so pretty early. He's already on to the pit road of sorts. It's the exit road instead of the pit road itself. And onto the track he goes in that Rebel machine.
So let me explain what that was. We're just randomly scrolling to see. Yeah, because we wanted to watch someone track, but Schaefer lost the 50-50 and Cormetis won the 50-50, so yeah, Cormetis.
Right, but that looks like Cormetis was the faster of the two getting out onto the track. And look at that, you got a green sector on that outlap. Let's see if he can set a purple this time by. It might be for pole, as Chase Schaefer might be his toughest competition. That's a purple sector right there.
Well, no one has gone out yet, so I wouldn't say purple yet until he sets a lap. Which...
Right about that, coming around again to the line.
Okay,
oh, it's not double purple. Alexanderson actually has the purple in the first sector now. Let's see if he can take a double purple all the way. Cormetis, top of the charts. And now it's James Thurston with the fastest first sector. Almost like the track is warming on up. It's Cormetis from Thurston now. It looks like it's going back and forth as the number 2 machine on the grid so far is looking to make it number 1. The 4 car is going to go to the point. He's got a better lap than the one before, and actually now he's falling through the grid. And as soon as we say that destroys the car, Alex Anderson second on the charts right now. Let's see if we can finish it off with the purple sector. Doesn't. That's a yellow. Not good for his chances. Thurston in the 96 trying to make it a double purple. He's got purple in the first sector. Is he going to make it purple in the second? No, he isn't. And now we are looking at, is this Clark Nance? I believe it is. He's coming around, had a green sector last time by. Not going to get anything done this time.
Look at
Schaefer in the yellow sector.
Look at his
maybe
lap.
Maybe he'll get a red. Oh, his lap is terrible. Wow. But at the end of the day, it's not going to be anything. Yellow, then green, and Thurston looks like he is top of the charts at the moment. It's not going to take a third lap to outdo him. Good stuff there. Clark Nance going around again. Yellow sector first time by. Chase Schaefer on a green. Now it looks like he's going to lose the car. Clark Nance is, just clips it right there. As you see Chase Schaefer going around. Is it going to be a purple sector? No. But it's a solid lap overall. That's going to be 4th on the charts. Demos coming out onto the track right now. James Thurston is going around just for extra practice laps. That's an Alpine-inspired machine. I believe Demos going around on his out lap. And I think we have double-digit numbers when it comes to the drivers in the field. 5 concurrent viewers as we are just ramping up. And, into the wall right there. I believe that is Demos. Not good. And that is going to conclude most of our qualifying runs. Demos is still going to get an extra 1. But now we bring up the rolling ticker and see who's out front at the moment.
Great idea. Hold up.
Right with that, pulling out our ticker for the Season 3, the IORA Championship, as well as the one we're using today. James Thurston, top of the charts. That's 1 minute and 36 seconds remaining. We're going to bring him in. Looks like you have a really good shot at getting the first pole of the season. James Thurston, how are you feeling after that tremendous qualifying session?
I was seeing people setting faster laps in practice, so we'll see if it holds up. We still got some fast guys who can qualify, but right now it's looking good. Hopefully going to be a good starting spot after this all ends up. But yeah, I don't know really how to race this. These setup seems a bit sketchy in some areas, so we'll see how well we can do with it. But I think it'll be fun in IndyCar for the first time.
Absolutely right about that. We saw a lot of people spin in practice. Of course, some of them looked a little more intentional than others. You think starting up front will be a big advantage as this race goes on, 75-lap event?
Yeah, I think starting up front's going to help you because dirty air is definitely going to play a factor. If you get in that dirty air, you're not going to be able to do much.
All right, well, that is good to hear from your perspective. Provisional pole sitter for tonight's event, first IndyCar race of the season, and it's going to be James Thurston on the pole so far. Thank you for your time.
Might as well call him on the pole. No one's going out to qualify, so it's going to be Thurston on the pole, and
Yep, it looks like James Thurston at the end of the day is going to get the pole. Nobody else getting a run in. Demos is going to go up to 5th, and that's all it's going to be. And that is going to be the end of the runs. Race is going to start in just a few seconds. And it's going to be a fun one to watch, that is for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this race goes.
Absolutely.
Oh, guys,
now we got
an endurance race.
Right, that up to 2 hours and 15 minutes allotted for the drivers, but the 75-lap event at the 1.25-mile race track. And as you can see, Michael Cormetis already onto the grid. But James Thurston takes the pole at the end of the day, and the race is going to be ramping up right now. So get ready for 75 laps of action as we can see the pace car, rather the pace truck, at the moment.
Hey guys, say hi to my friend. He's the pace truck driver. No, but last time we actually looked at the pace truck driver was Indianapolis Road in the F1 series, and that was a long time ago. So we might as well say hi to him again.
Right about that, the field gridding up. It's going to be a fun one to watch. We got the Haas F1 and the Red Bull F1 beside them. And on the second row, you can see we have another Formula One inspired machine in the McLaren colors. And on the third row, Demos in the Alpine livery. We got a few other IndyCar inspired machines, including the Alexander Rossi one beside Demos, and that's the Clark Nance machine. 6 drivers made their qualifying runs and drivers electing to start on iRacing in the back of the field. It's a 75-lap shootout. Let's see who can get it done. And as you can see, the starting grid on your screen, it's going to be James Thurston, then Michael Cormetis on the front row, followed by Alex Anderson and Chase Schaefer. Then Daniel Mosteller, Clark Nance, Aldon Contreras, Ethan Stanley attempting, I believe, a start and park. Then the back of the field, Devin Lucan rounding out the top 10. And just in front of the Texan of Nicholas Hook in the number 7 machine. And that's going to be our top 10 for this event.
It's the only cars for this event. What does that say on the side? Is it just a car? Yeah. Alright. Gonna roll off now with Thurston in your leader. Cormetis second. Anderson third. You know, rounding out your rows, it's going to be Schaffer, Nance, Demos, and Ethan Stanley's about to start and park it.
Or about that, as you can see, the drivers taking their pace lap before the race begins. It's going to be an action-packed event with 75 laps of drivers pushing it to the fullest, and I think it to be a fun one to watch. You see the drivers making the pace lap through the backstretch right now. Lap 1 of 75 is going to get started. And the 10 cars that have elected to start the race are on the top of your screen. The pace truck's going to be going off shortly. A fixed camera. Now we're not watching the drivers, but a fixed camera, as you can see there, as the drivers rolled on by. And we're going to be led by a lot of drivers inspired by the Formula One machines. You see the cursor on your screen. That's going to be removed shortly. And now it is time. Drivers are going to be ready to start the IORA Indycar season for the first time ever, led by James Thurston. We are green from Gateway. How about that? You can see it's already 2x2. Alex Anderson pushing big right there on James Thurston. He's going to get a rocket launch. And he's going to be clearing away Michael Cormetis going into second.
Oh!
Alex is around.
What? Already. Turn 2 of the first lap.
Around Stanley already parked it, as you can see on the bottom of your screen. Green flag conditions. That was a single car incident. 3 cars already out and 1 car parked it. So it looks like it's going to be a 6-car event with the remainder of the drivers taking the full distance. The IndyCar sponsor machine coming out onto the track. And I think that is Ethan Stanley. And I am right about that. Oh, and Demos spins it. And that's the second spinner in 2 laps. Getting to grips with this machine might be a bigger challenge than I, for one, expected. It looks like the drivers are going to be working with some hard-to-handle machinery. These Indy cars are ones to watch for all these drivers.
Now we're going to
go. And leading it, it's going to be Thurston Cormetis. And then in third position, it's the McLaren machine of Chase Schaefer. And I think the only driver we can really interview is Alex Anderson, who had that incident. Let's check on him. Is he in the pits?
No.
Right, as that already back onto the racetrack. We're going to bring in the driver, the number 67 machine. Alex Anderson had a little bit of an incident already. Was that just a single car incident, net code, or something else?
That was all on me. I got close to the wall off too, and I guess I just hooked it back to the left too much, and it just slid right around on me. Nothing I could have done. I'm still spinning out because my right rear axle is just destroyed. So that's going to be my my one and only fast repair for tonight. And, yeah, I don't know, just hopefully we can take advantage of maybe somebody else making a mistake like that, but just unfortunate for us.
You're right about that. Nothing really that you can do right now. You're just about stalled in the grass. It's going to be the use of the one and only fast repair, and from there you're going to play cautious until the end of the race and try to survive?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there's really nothing else I can do. Just trying to get it out of the grass, because apparently I'm stuck right now. So I'm gonna hope I can get out of where I currently am. It doesn't look like it. But,
cars are out.
I don't know. The rear tires are really giving a lot of trouble, but towing would be a lot worse. Just barely going to make it in. Ethan Stanley already going in. And I think you're going to have to tow it there. Well, unfortunate circumstances for you so far in this race, Alex Anderson, but we thank you for your time.
Y'all want to watch the driver start and park?
It looks like Ethan Stanley is going to be starting and parking it. We are not sure how long he's going to go. He's already made it through the first 4 laps, given the fact we had a caution. But that might be the end of the number 91's run. And it was not much for an IndyCar Series debut in the IORA IndyCar Series, as mentioned previously. Now you can see that James Thurston leading the pack, clearing away over Michael Cormetis, and then it's going to be Chase Schaefer and Clark Nance, the only 4 on your screen at the moment. The Andretti machine in 4th is behind 3 Formula One inspired cars, all of which being top teams in the series. Even Haas making their way back up to the midfield in real life, but right now it's leading the way over all the drivers behind it on this oval, similar to Darlington Raceway.
Nikita Mazepin never drove again. Just all I need to say.
Well, absolutely. Nikita Mazepin never drove again. It's going to be Kevin Magnussen who is spearheading that operation in real life, but right now James Thurston is putting on a show in that Haas F1 colored machine, and he's doing a pretty good job of it. And as you can see, the pace lights are going off right now. It's going to be 1 lap to go until we get some racing into this event. And Andrew Schulte, how do you think these drivers are going to manage? Are we going to have a long green flag run?
You disappeared for a second, like, you just oh, I think we'll have a green flag run.
Yeah, unfortunately, my microphone was not working the best today. Not sure what's going on, but yeah, I think it's going to be a green flag run after all. And the reason for that is these are Indy cars. At the end of the day, they're going to sort of slicken up. People are going to get to grips with how this car drives, and I think we're going to see a good run as we got some great drivers still in the race right now, including James Thurston, who is leading the way.
I'm just playing with the fan I have next to me. I'll be honest. Also, that reminded me of the endurance race. So, we're going at 12 a.m. Eastern. Yes, you heard me, 12 a.m. Eastern. My sleep schedule's already messed up enough. We're going to be streaming our first ever endurance race in about a month, which covers up the disappointment of Road America as racetrack's still out. And with that, it's actually 9.
There we go. James Thurston's going to be leading the way for the first restart in this series. But it looks like the pace car has been extended. The pace truck, actually, has been extended in its stay. And NASCAR Tiger saying, I was going to make it. Unfortunately, you were not able to, and it really does suck. We appreciate all the drivers who come by into these races. 6 concurrent viewers, and we appreciate you as well. And we got a driver in the pits. That's Alex Anderson, who's getting out right now. Might be able to get his laps back before we go racing once more.
No, let's go watch Anderson.
Right, but that looks like Anderson is going to be back at the pack. He might be a lap down or 2 at the moment. Let's bring out our ticker and see what's going on. The data is going to be surely important for the remainder of this race.
He's a lap down. I just know that he's a lap down, but it's going to be pretty exciting with the ticker stream. That's a setting
right about that, and the pace truck lights are off again. It's going to be this time by, we're going to see the first restart of the series, just slightly extended before the race got going last lap, but that's not going to happen this time by. The drivers are back out, and the Formula One machines are lining up the first 2 rows. And led again by James Thurston, we're going to see the first restart of the IORA IndyCar Series, and we are green flag from Madison, Illinois. Once more, James Thurston leading the way again in that Haas F1 machine. There we go.
Yeah, my dog is getting annoying right now.
The dominating start there by James Thurston. Look at that little wiggle there. Cormetis to the inside, defending heavy. That number 96 is, but it's going to be the 4 to the points. Following the laps of caution, Thurston very high. He's going to get a good exit off the turn.
Probably not.
Not good enough. No. I think Cormetis is going to get it to the line. No, he isn't. And with the help of Chase Schaefer, it's going to be James Thurston leading the way. Side-by-side battle for the lead, though, and it's going to get more and more intense as it goes on. And Chase Schaefer trying to put his weight into the conversation. Cormetis drops back to 3rd. Now it's going to be Chase Schaefer 2nd. James Thurston leading the point. And Chase Schaefer lets a little wiggly up there. Clark Nance falling to the back of the conversation. And Alex Anderson gets up into the battle for the podium. Of course, he's not really fighting for the position, but he is there, just trying to see if these leaders can make a mistake. Maybe he's going to hold back. We will see. 22 total views so far on the stream. Racing is just going to be heating up. Lap 10 of 75 is impending on these drivers that are trying to make a move so quickly and so early. Chase Schaefer side by side with Cormetis right now. He's gotten second a few laps beforehand in a row, and he's going to get it again. This time, it's going to be Thurston, then Schaefer, then Cormetis. Anderson right behind him, but it's going to be Demos in fourth, and Clark Nance in fifth. Falling back big time. Stanley is out of the race to start, and Park attempt is no more. He's going to grab the points and go on as he could. Be able to make a run later in the season. Chase Schaefer to the inside right now, and he's making a really good run of it. 3 likes on the stream so far. We appreciate the support. Almost 3 wide for the lead, and James Thurston's going to hold his own, leading it again. Lap 11 of 75, and it is getting more and more intense each lap by. We're looking at Clark Nance right there, but the battle for the first position is 3 cars from the lap traffic machine. It's keeping all these drivers in check right now. Number 96 trying to defend as best as he can. He's not using up his tires as much as the driver's trying to pass him, but he is using up fuel, and it's Alex Anderson leeching onto the back bumper to Michael Cormetis. Demos not in the mix so far, trying to get up to the podium places. Even more points on his championship run. James Thurston, of course, the pole sitter for tonight's event, and he's making good use of that really up front start. Chase Schaefer in second position right now. Oh no! And that was our leader, and he just went around right there. It looks like it was a single car incident. That's going to put Demos in the podium and Chase Schaefer in second. Michael Cormetis leads the way. But oh, it looks like he might have avoided damage. We got to get an instant replay. Maybe a little bit to that rear wing.
Yeah, he hasn't avoided that much damage, so I think he's good. Oh no. Lost the car.
Oh no.
I think there was a little tap to with Schaefer and...
I don't know. We got to get a TV camera on that. We can't see from here. But then he goes sliding.
Oh, yeah, it was. His front wing barely hit him.
Oh. Might have been minor contact there. And
Whoa.
James Thurston limping around. Looks like he has even more damage than before. We're going to get another replay on that.
What just happened there? Oh, no.
Oh, he might have wrecked it again under yellow. Trying to get around. And not enough downforce on that 96.
Was to the car.
And that's all she wrote. Ah, unfortunate territory to be in. And that's going to go from bad to worse. Might be his use of the first fast repair provided to these drivers. Ah, just a terrible way to have it shake down. It's going to be a hard limp to pit road for James Thurston. Front and rear wing almost entirely destroyed. Oh, and he's down at the pit road right now. All the drivers actually pitting. And the only driver still on track, I believe, is Alex Anderson. He's getting his lap back as we speak. And at the moment, we may as well interview the driver of the number 96 machine. And that is James Thurston. Now, James Thurston looks like he got some damage on the front and rear of the car. Now, what's going on there?
Just too loose. I just lost it a bit. I've been getting sideways in that turn every single lap so far, so... Then I lost it under caution, and I know I'd use fast repair.
It's not good for you, but you still have your fast repair, and I suppose you're going to use it now.
Yeah, I've already used it.
So you're back in the race. We still have a good amount of it to go. You think you're just going to lie back and hope for the drivers in front of you to be more aggressive and perhaps ruin their own chances?
I mean, it doesn't look there's too many people in the race already, so it's not like the finish can be too bad, but yeah, I'll still go for it.
Right about that. Still got time to pounce. You were the pole sitter for the reason, and we're leading really good there until that incident came apart. For your operation, James Thurston, thank you for your time.
Yep, thank you.
And Michael Cormetis now leads the way, inherited it from James Thurston. and we don't see him in any of the voice chats right now, so we're not able to bring him in. Perhaps he'll be here if he does win the race. So we get an interview from the driver who's runner-up position so far. Chase Schaefer is second on track right now, almost went for the lead there in an almost 3-wide move between you, Cormetis, and Thurston. But then Thurston spins. How do you think this will affect your trajectory for the remainder of the race?
I really wish I could have gotten past Thurston when he spun out, but I just barely clipped him and my front wing got damaged. But this is a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm very confident.
That's great to hear for you. You think at the end of the race you'll have enough steam in your machine to make a pass for the win and perhaps get the first win of the season and of the series?
Maybe. I don't know. Every time I say I'm good, something happens, so we'll have to see.
Remember that pace truck pulled off. Chase Schaefer, we thank you for your time, and we're going to be going green again. Michael Cormetis leading the single file restart. Second restart of the night, lap 16 of 75. We're green again from World Wide Technology Raceway. 4 likes on the stream, we greatly appreciate it. And how about that? James Thurston already jumped up to third.
In general, Floyd said Pato Ubu board, so.
Yes, I did say that in general chat, and talk about that because that is a reference to Pato Award, who drives the Arrow McLaren machine for the IndyCar McLaren team.
Jeffrey. I've heard that Thurston's crash would dramatically affect efficiency, so that's pretty crazy.
With that 6 concurrent viewers watching so far, 4 likes overall, and we thank the viewers for their support as the racing is just heating up now. Single file right now is Michael Cormetis. Got away on a great start, and Chase Schaefer's going to have to reel him in using the draft. And Cormetis has no advantage like that. He's just going to have the clock qualifying laps, lap in, lap out, and hope he doesn't have an incident like James Thurston. Of course, he can have a fast pair to spare, but I'm thinking he doesn't want to use it like number 96 and number 67 before him had to.
Yeah, and juggling single file right now, and I don't think Anderson's going to make it fast.
Right, that's going to shoot Anderson up into third position. And these two drivers who don't have faster pairs are going at it for the podium. But Chase Schaefer trying to hunt for the win as he's in second place right now. It looks like Cormetis has gotten a great start on the remainder of the field. Lap 20 of 75. And these two are going at it really well. Side by side, very clean. As Demos looks like he's fallen off pretty big time. So is Clark Dance. We don't see them on your screen at all. And perhaps there was an incident. No caution. Might be a parking. And Clark Dance really slow. That's not even a front wing on that machine. Looks like an ice cream cone.
I like ice cream.
And Demos as well. Looks like Demos is a lap down now. We're getting an instant replay on the situation. No caution on track. As Clark Dance, he lost it himself.
Oh, no. Just lost it under... I haven't drove this track much. I only drove it for the thumbnail, and I didn't even go into turn 1. I just spun it in turn 4 for that thumbnail. Anyways,
oh, no. Clark Dance destroys it. And he's now going to have to use his faster pair. What happened with Demos, though? Because it looks like both of them
right there. What happened with him, though? Okay, he also had the same... What?
Did he try to parallel park it on the racetrack?
Lost it. Car did that, so... No cautioning out, but he's back up to Thurston. Anyway, now that the field's spread out, how about we advertise the night? So,
we were talking about the endurance event beforehand, and as the viewers might not know, unfortunately, the EIEC and Road to Revolution Championships have both shut down with premature championship deciders. Unfortunately, EIEC standings have been deleted entirely, but I do have a record of the R2R championships as they had concluded. Chris Preston takes a premature championship victory over his teammate Kylo Ciacelli following the victory at Interlagos. And Anderson again.
Oh, there goes Demos.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
We're talking about the event we were going to do tonight. And they wrecked.
A third of the way through the race and 3 cautions at the time of this lap.
Wow. Interesting.
How about that?
Just go see what happened at this point. I'm not even surprised.
Well, I'm not that surprised as well, but look at that. That was a huge incident involving these drivers who were up front for such a long time. Of course, Anderson, he got back up after he had an incident the first time, and he loses it, but it looks like he's safe for the most part, and Demos gets the worst of it. And you can see Demos almost dives right into it, and he overcorrects.
Yeah, I was about to say overcorrects the car into the wall, thinking he would have hit Anderson. I can't blame him. You know what? How about we go into Demos' cockpit cam, see what he was trying to process.
Right about that, you can see the slight movement is all she wrote for that number.
What number is that?
7 Alpine machine.
Okay, that's the same Anderson number. So I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, right about that, they're using the same fonts. Lee co-owners, of course, of IORA, and it's over.
Pretty funny. Well, Rep Demos is gonna. He drove it back. Oh,
what is he doing?
I think he's trying to reverse into his pit stall.
I've got a feeling we're going to bring Demos into the booth right now. That was a serious incident there. Demos, what's going on?
I bought this track 2 minutes before the race session started, and I have no clue what I'm doing.
Well, we just saw you basically riding the guardrail on the inside of pit road before you got to your pit stall. You got the fast repair out right now. You think you got a shot at even a podium as this race will go on?
No, not at all.
Whoa!
Oh, and
not at all.
Again. Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's not a surprise. That was the only guy who was faster than him. I'm finishing last of the runners today.
Well, at least you're going to try to run the rest of the race. Are you going to take it easy now, or perhaps pounce if any of these drivers get aggressive up front?
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying to learn, and I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, pretty honest words from Demos right now, saying he's going to be last of the finishers. Still on track for a good finish, and I believe a top 5 if just one driver more retires from this event. So
Clark Nance says his right front broken, and he doesn't have a pasty, so I think he's done.
The road for Nance. Thank you for your time. And you know what? Why don't we bring the other driver who had an incident in? Clark Nance, number 9 machine. Whoa, Demos is going to rock right through the field, but it's not going to be one to go this time up.
Not one to go yet.
And the Nolanator 32 says everybody's going to DNF before this race is over, and honestly,
how about this
right about that
ratio? That's one of my friends.
Most of these drivers have DNF so far. Of course, we see drivers like Devin Lucan and Ethan Stanley who have parked it before the race started. And now we see that Clark Nance's race is all but over. Demos already using his fast repair. So is James Thurston. And Alex Anderson went for a slide, but no damage on that machine.
And let's just say that... Alright, well, real quick, let's go into the event. So, pretty much we got 2 hours at Suzuka, LMP2s, and GTEs, I believe. I don't know, I think they're doing...
Absolutely, it's an endurance event that we're going to be able to broadcast. Of course, the EIEC had shut down before the championship had concluded.
And this is based on the West Coast, so that's why it's at 12 a.m. and not 9 p.m.
Right about that 12 a.m. EST, but right now Michael Cormetis leading the field again for the 3rd restart of the season. And we are green again from Gateway. Lap 28 of 75 just ended. And we're going to lap 29 of 75. Just about now. Looks like the ticker was actually a little early as Michael Cormetis cleared away the best of the best so far. But Chase Schaefer trying to show that he has the muscle to win this race in the 3rd. The battle is Anderson, Thurston, Mosteller, and Demos falling back just a little bit already. It's going to be Anderson up to 3rd. James Thurston with the dominating car before, not able to do much at the moment. Looks like he's clawing back in on the 67 right about now. We had a peak of 9 concurrent viewers, and we have 5 right now. So if you enjoy the content, be sure to like, subscribe, the works. It's always appreciated on the Fireball Talks NASCAR FTN live broadcasting service. We love providing broadcasts for the IORA League, whatever series they decide to do. That's their new Saturday series, the IndyCar League. And Chase Schaefer has the number 67 on his back bumper at the moment.
Now that they're not spread out.
Absolutely, the racing is getting more and more intense. How about we go on board with the number 67 machine and see what he sees as the racing is just getting started.
Yeah, I don't think that's a 67.
You can hear the roar of the engine, 5th into 6th gear. Going all the way up into the red line moment for those machines, and he's trying to get up to the number 90. Yeah, 99. Right about that. I was going to say 95, thinking of Toronto, actually. But Toronto not in the race, not able to commentate either.
Why are you thinking of Toronto?
Because he was not going to make the booth. Yeah, we were going to have him in the booth tonight. He has raced with these guys a lot, even in Indy cars. NASCAR Night in America has done them once or twice. But of course, he has experience with these machines. And Alex Anderson washes up a little high, and oh, he's into the wall.
Also, yeah, I talked about how I clicked the exciting option, and it literally showed Clark and Anderson. There goes Anderson!
It's race over for Alex Anderson. And we saw him brush up against the wall. That's another retirement, and that's going to be the 6th of which 4 drivers are going to remain in the race.
I think.
He gets damage there, and he keeps pushing the car, and from that point,
trying to head to pit road.
From that point, it's over, isn't it?
Yeah, he already missed pit road. Actually, thinking about it. But
oh my goodness!
Yeah, the rear right just gave up. Just look right here. It's a little lower than your rear left, and you can see that. You know, kind of done at this point.
And it looks like we actually have Throttle in chat saying, "What's good, y'all?" Well, I was just referencing how you're not in this race, but I think you would have gotten a good finish. We've already had 6 retirements, unfortunately. Mechanical failures are prone to happen for these drivers, and Alex Anderson yet another. Oh no, and he just loses it, pushing the car. I don't even know if he had a lot of damage from his perspective. He might have just gotten a 0x, and he might have thought it was netcode from there, and he was just trying to keep it in front of the drivers such as James Thurston.
Let's just see here.
And this is terrible news for his championship running.
Yeah.
But of course, another driver not able to finish the race. James Thurston, I don't think, made any contact.
Boom.
And that's the conclusion for the race of Alex Anderson. And this is going to give Demos another position. He's going to have a guaranteed top 5 no matter what. He said he's the slowest of the drivers who can finish this race. And even if he's correct about that, he's in 4th right now. And it's Cormenis, Thurston, and Schaefer on the podium.
Yeah, Cormenis got it back out on the track. I knew he wouldn't be DNF'd after that. It's just like...
And we didn't talk to Clark Nance because the race got going again. And you say he's on track, correct?
Yeah.
Well, how about we take a look at him right now as we're going to bring him into the booth. And Clark Nance, you had your fair share of incidents regarding your front and rear wings, but you're still on the track with no fast repair. How long do you think you'll be able to make it? As a lot of these drivers have not been able to finish the race. You have a top 5 guaranteed, or are you going to go for some more?
Well, I've got a top 5 guaranteed for more driver DNFs, so that's a plus, I guess. Yeah, this number 9 Napa, whatever the pink logo is it's real fast. That last restart that I was involved in, I had my engine map on 8, so I was a lot slower there. Didn't realize that. That was a mistake on my part. But I think, it's real fast. I think everybody's evenly matched to a degree. Demos and me, I feel like, are the worst of the pack at the moment. Mikey's obviously just destroying everybody, but, that's part of it. So I think, maybe just a couple good restarts, a couple good wreck avoidances. I think I could have a pretty good chance here.
Certainly, but of course you have no fast repair, and James Thurston doesn't either. He's still in this race. So you think you two are going to hold back or wait for these drivers to become more aggressive?
I think the way it is right now, you kind of have to go. You have to be aggressive and show that, you're not going to just ride around. You have to be aggressive. Not necessarily be aggressive, actually, just not like just stay away from everything. I think it's going to get to the point where we all calm down, and eventually somebody's going to say, I'm just going to let back, and then we're going to go grin the rest of the way. So I think right now for me, I'm going to go as hard as I can. If it gets too hairy, then I'll let out of it.
Right, but it's great to hear your strategy and your thoughts on this race. Clark Nance, the number 9 machine, according to the Discord numbers, and we thank you for your time.
Yep, thank you.
We brought him back into the driver's booth, and you see Michael Cormenis. Unfortunately, we're still not able to get an interview from him, so we may as well get a driver interview from somebody you haven't talked to since the beginning of the race. It almost feels like that. James Thurston, you're back up to 2nd following a series of laps where you were a little bit more in the mid-pack. Do you think you'll be able to go for the lead on this restart?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Cormenis looks really fast. I'm just trying to manage to finish with this car that's, well, I mean, the car's actually fine right now. It's just, I haven't really found a good balance between loose and tight, because if you get it too loose, it's going to wreck itself, and if you get it too tight, you're not making the turns. So, we just, oh, good lord, Sheffer's going to run into me, but, yeah, you just gotta play it safe, play it smart, and don't be stupid.
Well, absolutely. The fundamentals of racing here, and I think you've got them down to lock so long as your IndyCar doesn't come away from you. Think you got a good shot with 39 to go?
Yep.
That's great to hear. Pace Truck's going to be coming off this time by. So, James Thurston, we thank you for your time. I'm bringing him into the booth right now, and it's going to be the 4 and the 96. And you know what that totals up to in numbers, 100. And they're 100% dominating this race. So here we go for the 4th restart of the night. It's going to be Michael Cormenis leading the way. And we're racing again in Illinois. And look at that, already a little bit of moving in the back of the pack. These top 5 drivers, they're the top half of the races so far. And James Thurston goes really wide so far. And Chase Schaefer going to the inside right now, side by side in the back of the field. But Michael Cormenis clearing away the quickest again. Would have been sad because he's already hit it beforehand. And look at that, Michael Cormenis clearing away by over a second already. Really good stuff. He's got his engine down packed, and he's been driving it like he knows it from day one, even if these guys have little to no experience on this track. And when he got away from the pack, he was done. So he's going to take some pit strategy to calm this number 4 machine down, because nobody's able to do the same thing that he has been doing throughout this race. Already single car action, or single file car action. 3 concurrent viewers watching with 5 total likes. And if you enjoy the racing on your screens right now, wherever you're watching on a phone, a laptop, a television, or a desktop, we would appreciate the support of like and subscribing, leaving a chat. We always love to hear what you have to say. The racing is getting more and more intense on the wheels of these IndyCar machines. I know. You mean to crank it up? How about that? We're going to do a crank it up now. Powered by iRacing, the service that we're using to broadcast these events. And if you want to join the fun, there's an iRacing registration link on the description of our broadcast. We have a link to the IORA League Discord. So we're going to crank it up now. And as you can see through that crank it up, the field is spread out big time, with Michael Cormenis having a major lead right now over Chase Schaefer, over 4 seconds that is, with less than 30 laps remaining in this event. And we appreciate the support. Of course, we have seen a lot of incidents, and a lot of drivers not able to make it to the finish. Of course, now 4 drivers on the lead lap. Clark Nance had another incident, and that might be the end of his race. So so it's not a lot of drivers have been able to make it to the finish, but it's been an exciting race nonetheless. And we hope that you stick with us till the end of it, because it's been a great competition so far, and it's a great opener to a series where a lot of these drivers don't have experience in the IndyCar machinery, and compared to Formula One, there's a lot less grip, a lot less downforce, but a little more visibility using an aero screen instead of a halo, so it's a difference when it comes to open wheel machinery that these guys might not be able to know immediately. Of course, we're going to see better racing over time, and it's going to be a fun one to watch, but right now it looks like Michael Cormetis knows these cars best, and he's put a show on. So far, James Thurston, our pole sitter, down to third, and sandwiched between Chase Schaefer and Daniel Mosteller as the 4 drivers still in the race. Clark Nance 4 laps down, and that's going to be the end of his winning chances, save for another series of cautions, and a lot of damage repaired in a really short period of time.
Yeah, Thurston has fallen back to third, Demos at 4th. Yeah, nothing much to talk about at the current moment. If we just go through something interesting. Well, the spread, there's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing interesting in terms of battle, but the interesting part is how quick Michael Cormetis, my apologies there, has been going compared to the rest of the field. Can we bring up sectors on him and Chase Schaefer?
Just a second. But
right, was that provided by our machinery using our overlays, and look at that, Chase Schaefer actually a little quicker there. We're looking through sector 2, it looks like they're dead even overall when it comes to who's quicker where. And look at that. Sector over sector, major differences in the range of a multiple tenth difference. In fact, Michael Cormetis overall is pulling away from Chase Schaefer.
I'm gonna be for real with you, I'm watching the stream and I'm watching the race in OBS right now.
Rid of that because OBS does provide us the information compared to iRacing, and it provides all the graphics you see on your screen akin to both Formula One and NASCAR like broadcast. And combining, then you can get some great action shots as Michael Cormetis is putting on a clinic. How about we go into the middle of the pack and see where the drivers are closest? And I think it's James Thurston and Demos right now.
Well, at the moment, Demos is barely catching.
And Ethan Stanley saying W combo L start time, and he was able to make a start in park. And he was saying in the IORA Discord that these races should start at 8 o'clock at the Cup and Formula One events. And I got a feeling that I'm a little mixed on it myself. Of course, it is more akin to an IORA race to have that start time or that conclusion time following an 8 o'clock event. But the Pro 4 Series started around this time as well. And this is a successor to the Pro 4 Series, so it's kind of mixed feelings on my end. I'm not sure how you feel about it, Schulte.
I've only done a couple Pro 4 races, and I know that throttled in the last one. That was pretty interesting.
Oh, you're right about that. And it looks like Demos got into the wall big time there, and we barely caught it on our cameras. How about we go back to Demos right now?
Oh, no, wait, that's not
I'm not sure how long he's going to be able to last. Looks like he got some big damage on that machine. And it might be too big for him to keep up competitively. Look at that, slides up and he's out again.
What? Did I really miss that? Oh my god. Well, that was...
Well, we're not going to miss it per se. How about we put a slow-mo on that machine? And he's turning it big time. And he might have just overcorrected again. Comes off the hill. And oh no.
I think he had enough speed to not have too much damage. It would be the rear that would be damaged, and I don't think it's gonna have much damage. Stand corrected.
Yeah. Demos not able to save it. And
go
Ethan
back
Stanley
to
saying,
what
I had
happened.
heroic start of the year. You had a good start, and that did get you up a few positions before you had to park your car.
When did he hit the wall?
He hit the car. It doesn't actually show us when he hit the wall, but I think that's around the period. Just keep watching as Ethan Stanley is still with us in chat. We appreciate your support, but Demos is the one who hit the wall. Almost a mistake there. My apologies, and Demos was pushing it a little too hard.
Yeah,
oh, and he pounds the wall there.
Got into the wall off 2 and then got into the wall off 4. And that's one.
Look at that. No front wing even. Caution with 19 to go. And we're going to bring Ethan Stanley. We're not going to bring you in. Another mistake there. We don't see you in the voice chats. We do see Demos in. And we're going to bring him in right now. Looks like yet another incident for that 87 machine. You think you'll be able to continue?
I don't know. I got meatballed, and Schaefer's having a temper tantrum because my car is broken and I self-spun. So, you know, I'm giving him his spot back, obviously, because I can't control me self-spinning a broken car. Oh, I'm dead.
Wait, so you just self-spun into him?
No, I'm dead. I just killed myself as we speak, but
Oh, we just saw that incident.
Yep.
Bro.
Yeah.
I look at Schaefer for 1 second and you die. Oh my god.
Yeah, this car isn't in the best of places right now. I think she's done.
Nah, just sell it on Facebook Marketplace and say it's barely dented. It'll work.
And it looks like that's the end of the road for Daniel Mosteller. He's going to get a 4th place finish at the end of the day, so it's going to be good for the points
try and get
run.
back on the track.
Might be a too much damage we're done situation.
No, Clark had a broken suspension. He was able to get back on the track. I think I'll be fine.
It depends how bad the suspension looks. It looks kind of bad, but I think I'll be able to get out. It's going to be a bit, though.
Right, but that, and if, in the case you aren't, are you going to come back on Laguna Seca and try to get more championship points?
Probably. Don't mind me struggling to get my box.
This is amazing. Amazing content.
Oh, too far right.
Perfect. Nope.
Oh, come on.
Alright. Let's see. Parallel
A
park.
minute of required.
Wow. That's
actually pretty little. You're going to be able to get back on the track as Clark Nance getting his laps back right now. We might actually have a battle for 4th position.
Yep.
Alright, well, that was pretty interesting.
At the moment, we're going to leave you two at Demos. Hope to see you back on the track, and thank you for your time.
Thank
you. And how about that? Only a minute required after all of that damage. And no, Ethan Stanley, you are not last. We had people retire before the green flag was out. So you are going to get a few more points than that of 10th position. We've got a lot of retirements, actually. Very few drivers are going to be able to make it on the lead lap. And I think it's only going to be the podium 3 that are going to be able to do so, as Demos taking his minute required, and Clark Nance still several laps down. It's been all down to these 3 guys. Of course, our pole sitter, James Thurston, and our dominating driver of Michael Cormetis into the back of it all. It's going to be Chase Schaefer in that number 99 machine. Now, Chase Schaefer, you haven't necessarily dominated. You were not on the front row of the grid, but you think you got something for these 2 guys in front of you.
No, I don't know what's going on. Car feels fine, just Mikey's got a lot of pace. It just, the car, there's no middle ground between tight and loose in this thing. It's either you put the rear ARB to 5 and you have to fight for your life with the car being ungodly loose, or you put it to 4 and you get tight. So trying to find a middle ground is not apparent, but we got 15 laps left, and we're going to see what happens.
Right, but it looks like there's only 3 drivers on the lead lap right now, and that might just be the way it concludes. Demos getting back onto the track right now, and Clark Nance getting his laps back as we speak. So a good finish either way, and you think you'll be able to continue your championship hunt after this event?
We'll see. I don't do IndyCars very much, so this is a little bit new. I've obviously still done them, but I'm excited. I like these cars. I think they sound good, and I like the damage model, so.
And at least you can put custom paint schemes on them, unlike another open-wheeler.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I haven't made a paint for any of the IndyCars, and from what I've heard, it's paint, so.
Bro, it's literally split into like 100 pieces. I just had a hard time processing it all.
Yeah. So we'll figure out, but car feels fine. Like you said, a lot of pace, so we'll see what happens.
Right about that, and Chase Schaefer in the McLaren F1 inspired machine, and we thank you for your time.
Yep, no problem.
And as you can see, Clark Nance in the
Demos.
back of the field as well. Demos too.
Oh, Demos, he just got into the wall, but oh well, it's fine.
He's still getting his laps back. But Clark Nance, you've gotten your laps back too. Are you on the lead lap?
Yeah.
Well, how about that? You're now in 4th position after all that time. Do you think you'll be able to stay that way? Up to 3rd?
Cormetis got a neo penalty.
Oh, did he take it himself, or was that competition?
Yeah, when he took his pit stop after he hit the wall, he had an unsafe pit exit. He didn't take the whole access road, so they gave him an EOL penalty.
Oh, and that's going to be detrimental because he was not able to pass everyone when he was behind them on that first start. Now you're up into the podium places. You're going to try to defend with the cars behind you. Demos gets to the wall again. You might not be able to defend him. He might be behind from the get-go. But you got drivers behind you, of course. Are you going to try to defend them?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to defend against Mikey and Demos and I'm gonna try to attack Schaffer and Thurston. I think I have a car that can beat both of them. You know, it's been a long ride. I had 2 minutes of required multiple times, and so that was fun.
Well, certainly it took you a lot to get to this point. With Clark Nance, we're gonna go green right now, so we thank you for your time. And we are going to go green, as said before. 5th restart of the night, led now by the pole sitter of James Thurston. And we are green again, hopefully for the last time, 14 to go at World Wide Technology. And look at that, 4 minutes. Major jump there, and Clark Nance. Damage. Nance around and yellow again. Caution number 6 and Demos up to 4th. Yeah, single car incident.
I don't want to say that's Mikey's fault, but I also do want to say that's Mikey's fault because that.
We get a slow down replay, and I mean, Nance did not have jurisdiction into the corner. Is that netcode?
Yeah, it was netcode.
Netcode. I don't think that's anyone who can be blamed. And iRacing
blame
looks like the main cause, unfortunately, from our perspective. Wow, that's terrible for those 2 drivers.
Yeah, I can't. Like, I know he's aggressive, but it was turn 1. But, oh well.
Yeah, maybe a little early to pull the move, but never too early as long as you don't hurt anyone else's race. And it looks like the netcode
and it was too early.
Is going to destroy Clark Nance's chances. 13 laps to go, and that wheel is wobbling. That right front is, and we got 3 cars leading the way over this
Demos
race.
And, Clark going the pit road. Let's see. Clark's probably gonna have some optional, maybe if he doesn't DNF. But oh no, his rear wing's gone. He might have too much damage.
Let's see if he does. Whether or not he gets out of the car will be the. Oh, he's out of the car. It's over.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, it's a top 5, but not the way he. I mean, I'd like to get a top 5. Just yeah. Oh, well, top 5
terrible
is a top 5.
Clark Nance. Right, that top 5 is a top 5. That's going to be the end of his run. 5th placed out.
Wait, he might actually still be in his rear wing. Just got fixed. Demos obviously
he was out of the car at first.
Yeah, probably just to go see the replay. And the car's done, so he can race again. Also, Demos, he's out of the car too, but he's probably just. This car isn't done. It barely got damaged, so. Mikey, Schaffer, and Thurston, the 3 fastest guys, have. Well, Thurston switched up to first. Schaffer stayed where he is. It's like in Switzerland, and then Mikey's in 3rd.
Michael Cormenes has to face the challenge of some really quick guys in front of him, being Chase Schaefer and James Thurston. They've been up front with him the whole time.
Schaffer's no longer Switzerland, so yeah, what a shame.
6 likes on the stream so far, 6 concurrent views. If you do enjoy the racing, be sure to like and subscribe. It's always appreciated on this channel. And the racing has been intense, but unfortunately not a lot of guys have been able to handle it. 11 laps to go, and we only have 3 cars in the lead lap at the moment.
These cars are just I wonder how people actually drive them as Clark Nance is actually exiting pit road. Yeah, you can see him in his car right there, and I think he's fine. Yeah, he's now going to exit. Same with Demos in his car.
Right about that. And Clark Nance back onto the track. That's going to be 4th position now, as he's going to be in front of Demos, who pitted at the same time.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting of how it works out. Schaffer. That's a nice place you're going there. There's also a, whatever they call it. It's the toilet thingy. I don't freaking know. But yeah. It's not.
Now, we've interviewed almost every driver who's in the voice chat, except for Nicholas Hook, who did make an attempt at the race. Let's see if we can get a copy from the driver who started and parked in this event. Nicholas Hook, we saw that you entered the race, but not able to compete in it. Are you still there, or do you have a copy?
Alright, retired homosexual. I've got a feeling
Nicholas Hook does not have a copy Hence the reason he was not able to make it into the race. Just trying something new. Unfortunately, he's the only driver we haven't interviewed thus far, not able to get an interview. Ethan Stanley saying, wish I could have been up there. I love this combo, which I would have been competitive up there. Next week, which is Laguna Seca 30 laps, I will be back. And you won Laguna Seca, I believe, in the Formula One Series. Yeah, the Formula One Series.
The Cup race, he was about to.
He almost won the Cup race. Of course, him and Chase Shaver had contact there. And that was a really exciting finish. Demos got it done at the end of the day. So let's see if we can get redemption for that in this newly started series.
Whoa, that's a cone.
What is Schaefer doing?
He just rammed the cone.
How about that?
What was that? Why? What? Oh, man. Time to go. Sick.
Mark Nance around. Did he do that just under power, or?
I said 6 caution slowly because I just saw him wreck. Oh no, alright, well, let's see, 1/4 time, let's see, he's going to be in 3rd gear with the aerial fun. Loses the car.
No, just loses it and doesn't snap it back.
The car is stupidly loose whenever it's like, the car just sucks to drive whenever you're driving it after it gets damaged and you have to take repairs. That's how bad it sucks. Maybe I just suck, but...
Well, on iRacing, I call it residual damage when you can feel the effects, and we're green again!
Whoops.
And it's going to be the 6th restart of the night. James Thurston leading over Michael Cormetis and Chase Schaefer. Apologies for missing that. We saw an incident in the back of the back. Chase Schaefer gets up to 2nd, and he's going to be chasing James Thurston. 9 laps to go.
Not being able to catch, let's see what happens. IORA Indycar Series right here, with the logo slanted and the interval showing on your screen. It's going to be...
It's the first race of the series, 8 laps to go. Let's see who's going to be the first winner in the IORA Formula One Series add-on. Not a replacement, so to speak. I was going to say replacement. It is the IORA IndyCar Series. Chase Schaefer in the wall there. And James Thurston still in first. These two are going to be chasing each other.
It's the IORA F1 Series, guys. Look, IORA F1. You know what?
That
on
James
the next
Thurston
stream, I'm putting the
big time. And Chase Schaefer not able to make anything. It might be dirty air the problem. Because look at that Michael Cormetis now fading away. It says Ethan Stanley still got numbers on his ticker. As you saw there just shortly. That might actually be fastest laps by driver. You're right about that. And Chase Schaefer is just within a second. He said the margins between tight and loose. There is no in-between. So it looks like he might not able to be making something else of the 96 car. But the 96 leading the way over Chase Schaefer. That is James Thurston.
Yeah, it's going to be some pretty interesting racing. That's Demos in the back right there with Clark Nance. 2 damaged cars stuck in the back, but Cormetis has had a fall from grace. Oh my god! What?
As you say, fall from grace, his car falls apart. 5 laps to go, and we're going to get a caution. I presume, yes we do. And that's another yellow number
I'm in disbelief
7.
of what just happened. What?
And as you said it, he really showed it. Wow.
Oh, I really said fall from grace, and he freaking destroyed the car. No, Mikey. No, Michael. No. No, that is so not right. Oh, overcorrect.
Cormetis loses it all there. Overcorrection.
How big would
cost him?
How big would that crash be in real life if it actually happened? I'm gonna slow it down right here. Let's go into the cockpit cam, just see what it looks like from a driver's perspective. He's going, you know, 12k RPMs. And
we got Michael Cormetis in the booth for the first time, and I think it's a great time to pull him in. He led so many laps in this race, and it just looks like you're going to use your first fast repair very late into it. Michael Cormetis, how you feeling right now?
I've already used my fast repair. I'm out of the race.
Wait, what?
Oh, no. What?
I'm not joking. I hit the wall. I lagged, hit the wall, bent my suspension, and I had to take that fast repair. Then they had, I guess they had something against me, so I got an EOL, and yep, that's basically it.
Dominating performance from the Ford machine, and only for it to be cut short through a series of unfortunate events there, and you're going to get a top 5 at the end of the day, but not what you were hoping for. You're going to be back next week.
Probably, but I hope Schaffer or Thurston enjoy their Mickey Mouse win.
Cool.
Voice words there from Michael Cormetis. dominating performance, but all fell apart at the end of the day. We thank you for your time either way.
Yep, thank you.
Wow. That is strong language. We didn't expect it. It's not necessarily swear words or whatnot, but the way he phrased it in regards to people having something against him. Wow.
That just sucks. I can't blame him. After dominating this race and then your car literally falling apart.
And Ethan Stanley saying beef in chat right about that. It looks like there's something going on in voice chat that we're not aware of. He immediately jumped in as soon as he spun out, so I guess there's some discussion going on in the race chat room in the IORA Discord. Of course, you can join the action yourself if you choose to click the link in your description. It's a public Discord server.
Nolan.
3 cars are going to take this final restart. 3 laps to go. It's going to be a green-white checkered.
Caution, there's the car.
Right over that natural GWC 7th restart of the night from Gateway. It's going to be led by James Thurston. And in second, Chase Schaefer. And Schaefer going to go to the outside right there, side by side for the lead. He's got to push it big time. 2 laps to go. He's going to try to go for a slide job. Ethan, it's not Ethan. Timos around. Are we going to get a yellow? No, we are not.
Oh, his rear wing's gone, but we'll have to cover that later. Schaefer goes under Thurston. 2 to go.
And 2 drivers remain in this race. 8 retirements are going to look like... Oh, they're side by side.
Oh, no.
3 finishers. It might actually be 2 finishers. Truly a continuation of the Pro 4 Series. Ethan Stanley says, last lap.
Thurston
Chase Schaefer gets to the last
lap. Oh my God, Demos.
Make something of it now. Demos is still on the track. And look at this. And it looks like he's going to be the only one to make it all the way with a clean car. Demos still on track. He's going to swerve up into him. No, he's not the number 91.
There goes
Chase Thurston destroyed. And Chase Schaefer wins the first IORA IndyCar Series race from Gateway in a surprise turn of events on the final 2 laps. 2 drivers will finish on the lead lap of 10 who entered.
Amazing. That was amazing,
oh my
bro.
Goodness.
Oh my God. What was that finish?
Did we just see that?
No.
Did Demos really... It's not necessarily a photo finish in the sense of a really close finish, but that was insanity. The way Demos just... Wow.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, Thurston got second, but man. Still right here on his... Just loses the car. Boom, hard into the wall.
And this was about the time that Chase Schaefer made his move for the victory. But then Demos gets out there, and James Thurston slapped the wall. Oh my goodness.
Wow. That was insanity. There's Schaffer doing his burnouts.
Burning it down as he should, wins the race. Great stuff from him. And he had to outlast all the retirements and all the chaos. Alex Henderson already joining a different voice chat. I suppose he's going to be with the admins there. And wow, Chase Schaefer has burnt it down. The number 99, Ashim, you got it done on the final restart. How you feeling after that surprising turn of events?
I'm not too impressed with that. I was not trying to block him back up the track like I did. I went low to block him initially. And then I wanted to have the entry for the corner because I thought he was gonna go all the way low to the inside wall. So I just made that quick move, but we made the same move at the exact same time. So I'm not really proud of that, but I'm very proud of the fact that I made that that happen after we kind of got screwed after that caution came out when Mikey pit. So either way, happy for that win.
Yeah, tremendous turn of events there is going to get you, I believe, now the points lead, given that James Thurston not able to make it all the way. So this is going to give you a good shot at the championship. Next week is Laguna Seca. You're going to be back there.
Oh, yeah, I'll be back there. Everyone has Laguna Seca, plus I think it's a fun track.
Yeah, and then everyone has... What's the track after that? I know it's...
Nashville Superspeedway.
Oh, yeah. I know a lot of people have that track, because a lot of people race here in NR Night in America. No, a lot. Most of them.
Yeah, they've done NR Night in America. Chase Schaefer, have you been in any of those races? Because I guess that adds the total.
Yeah, I've been in Nashville and NR.
Yeah, that's what we're asking about.
Yeah, I've been in Nashville NR.
All right. Well, looks like we're going to have you back a few more times. Currently the championship leader, Chase Shaver, we thank you for your time.
Thank you, no problem.
And how about that? We've lost a lot of the drivers right now, and it does not look like we're getting an interview again from James Thurston, checking all the voice chats. He is not there. If he wants to stop by, leave his thoughts in the chat room, it will be greatly appreciated. But we're going to bring home the last driver in the podium, and that is Daniel Mosteller, number 87 machine. How you feeling after that surprising finish?
I crashed coming on the restart. So
that was amazing.
I finished third. I got a podium. I didn't think I'd get a podium, but I mean, I was right about last of the finishers. So I mean, yeah.
But at the very least, you did get a podium that's going to be good for your championship chances. You think you'll be able to get any more next week at Laguna Seca?
No. No.
Pretty quick answer there. You're at least going to be there for the race.
Yeah, I think so. I will be. I won't be here for National SuperSpeedway though, thankfully. So I don't have to go to that fraud track. Yeah.
Wow. Well, it looks like you're going to be able to see both of the first road course and oval races in this IORA IndyCar Series, and not much else to say. We saw your journey throughout the field and throughout the running order, despite all of the incidents. Demos, rounding out the podium. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And that's the end of our podium interviews. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get anyone else. James Thurston has left. How about we bring the race results up on your screen right now?
Great idea. Well, let's see. Boom.
We have 8 likes on the stream, and we thank you all viewers for your time watching this event. 70 total views. Ethan Stanley saying, wonder if these guys were using the weight check. You're going to have to ask them yourself. Chase Shaver, the winner, over James Thurston. Daniel Mosteller rounding out the podium. Then it's going to be Clark Nance. And then it is going to be the number 4 machine of Michael Kora, Madison, Alex Anderson. Ethan Stanley coming home 7th. Then Aldom Contreras, Nicholas Hook, and rounding out the field, Devin Lucan. Last in points right now. These are your point standing as well. Given the fact that James Thurston not able to get the first position.
Just DM me them. Just DM me them. I have a funny thing I can do. You want to see it?
Well, how about that? Looks like the points have not been registered onto iRacing at the moment. We're checking right now. I'm going to try to get them onto your screen, but they're the exact same as the points that you see here. The race results are practically the point standings.
Yeah. I just wonder what point system they're going to use.
Well, the point system that this series is going to be using is the ARCA points standings.
Okay, so it goes from 43 to 1, right?
Yes, it does.
All right, then, look.
And Dudes Effect says, hi, we appreciate you showing up tonight.
Okay, wait.
And it's been a great stream. 10 concurrent likes, actually 10 overall likes and 2 concurrent viewers. As you can see on your screen, the points standings. It's Chase Schaefer, then Michael Cormes, but this doesn't seem accurate.
Boom.
But look at that. There we go. It's going to be Chase Schaefer, then Michael Cormentis, Alex Anderson. That still does not seem accurate, though, as that was not the running order. I think we're going to have to leave it to the race results.
Yeah, just do that. Just do that. I don't know why I didn't show, huh?
Well, either way, a very eventful race, and we thank all the viewers for the support tonight. 10 likes on the stream. Great to see. And a lot of viewers along the way. Chase Schaefer gets his first win in the IORA IndyCar Series in the first race. It was a great one to watch. And we're going to be back on Wednesday with the IORA Formula One Series. And we're going to be back later today with a West Coast Racing Endurance event. And it's going to be a special one to watch very late compared to our normal broadcasts.
Yeah, well, we'll see you next... No, well, actually, we'll see you tonight at 12 a.m., depending on where you live. 12 a.m. on the East Coast, 9 p.m. on the West Coast, 6 a.m. in Europe, or 7, depending on which part of Europe you live in, and probably, actually, 2 p.m. somewhere in Asia and Australia, or, you know, just late day there. I'm not going to go into time zones, but yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see you then.
Absolutely. We thank you for watching Slow and Fireball Talks NASCAR and the debut of the IORA IndyCar Series. And we will be back shortly. We hope you see us whenever you recommend it.